then and now.
Chloehoecker, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I'm tired, but I'm very excited to have you here, and you've been killing it. Like, we have a lot to talk about. Do you do all that social media stuff yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Well, I don't want to pay anybody
Yeah.
to help me with it, So, I mean, at first, because like my producer, my producer that did my last songs in Nashville. I mean, he works with artists all the time, so he was kind of telling me like, need to get that built up and just. So I was like, okay. So I started doing it. Tried to post something every day, and at first I was like, oh, this takes so much time, but now it's like, kind of super quick thing I have to just do every day. I'm like, it's on my to-do list, get it done.
Speaking of social media, I have noticed that you kind of have a good balance of like the old school online presence and what everyone looks for now. So you got like the shorts of just 10 seconds of like, hey, this is what I'm wearing, and or like this is where I'm at, and then other stuff of actually playing songs.
Yeah.
And so you kind of have like the modern TikTok brain person who is like, oh my gosh, I'm following her and it's great. And then you have like the traditional, this is my music, this is what I do. So I think having that kind of balanced social media approach is really, really important because you get everybody.
Yeah, because a lot, like some of my favorite artists that like newer artists that are really pushing it on social media, they kind of do that same thing, and I like the way, like, you do the 10-second clips for people who don't know who you are to get yourself introduced to more people, and then you do like the longer, over 3-minute videos playing a song, or I like to do like thrift hauls and stuff too. Just let people know what I like as as an individual, not just my music, so they kind of know like the person they're listening to when they do go search up my music or whatever. But
I think that's important. I need to learn a little bit more about all that as well, because a few months ago I was on a podcast. It was kind of weird because I'm like, well, what do you want to talk to me about, But it was very casual. It was Phantom Sam. I don't know if you've heard of them.
I don't think so.
But we talked about like everything that's not music.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I was caught off guard. It's like, I don't know how to answer your question.
Stuff.
Right.
Well, because it's like, anytime I listen to podcasts, it's like they'll have on some famous person that's known for doing this thing, but then I love it when they just ask questions about their life that nobody else like knows about, like like what's your favorite food or whatever, favorite movie, just like random stuff like that, because then you like know the person that you've always like liked their work, but now you kind of like know a little bit about them.
It's getting into that time of year. Another reason why I'm super appreciative that you're here, it's just busy for artists. In May alone, you had 17 gigs on the calendar.
Sounds right.
Sounds right. It's like too many to count.
It's like you get those last minute ones, and then there's a couple that like, sometimes people just have to cancel for random reasons, and so then I never know how many I played, but.
So you've played in Missouri and Texas and like everywhere, right?
Yeah.
What are some other states that you've played?
Done Illinois, obviously Tennessee. Go to Nashville a lot. Let me think. It's like, what's the surrounding states?
You got a map at home.
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
put tax in all.
Well,
of
at
them.
least those ones, but I'm getting more like out of state stuff. So I've got a few more like in Kansas this summer, fall. Which actually I don't know if I've ever played in Kansas. So I guess maybe those would be my first ones in Kansas. But yeah.
So how do you get these out of state gigs? Like, do you book yourself or do they reach out to you?
Most of those are people reach out to me, but like for Texas, I just went on like my Spotify listeners. I was like, oh, a lot of my listeners live in Texas, like Dallas, Fort Worth, like, so I was just emailing all the venues in those cities and just waiting for whoever would respond. And then I had a friend of mine help me out with she has connections because she's a manager for a bunch of artists, but she's not my manager.
Oh,
But she just loves me, so she's helping me out.
nice.
She's working. She wants to be my manager. I'm like, I mean, she's great, so I would love for her to keep helping me out in that way. So, she helped me book some of those, and like in Nashville, most of the time it's me just like reaching out to places.
Just
I'm like, I'm gonna be in
cold
town
email.
here. Can you get me in somewhere? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That probably takes up a lot of your time, huh?
Yeah, it's like I try to do all of that booking stuff like within a 2 to 3 month span of the year because I don't want to worry about it in the summer because summer is busy season. So I just play the shows and try not to worry about other stuff. But
Right.
yeah, but
Do you have a 9 to 5? Do you have a
No,
day job?
just music.
It's all music. You're
I
living
think
the
if
dream.
I had a 9 to 5, I'd never sleep. But
My 9 to 5 is 9 to 5 a.m. That's you
Couldn't
need
do it.
sleep.
Yeah.
That's for sure. It's been many years since I've played gigs, but I remember the nightlife and very fondly. I get sad sometimes, but you get done at like 1 a.m. or something, and you're
Yeah.
hanging out. You're kind of like, all right.
I try
gotta
not
get
to do like
paid.
the super super late ones because that's just not really my crowd. Like people who like my music are not the people hanging out at the bars till 1 in the morning, and that's fine. I play a lot of bar gigs too because it's money, but I don't hang around too late if I've got a late show. I try to just leave because I'm like I'm ready for bed. I'm not a partier by any means, so yeah.
Business.
Yeah.
All business. So you're opening for Pam Tillis in the
Yes.
future.
Yes.
In the future. That's exciting. That's a big name.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I'm not a country person.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. So don't, no hard feelings.
Yeah.
But I do recognize her as
Oh,
a
yeah.
big name. So how do you get into something like that? Like, did you reach out to anybody on that gig?
No, so the venue she's playing at is in Centralia, Missouri, and I did a competition there last year. They call it Reclaimed Idol because the stage is called the Reclaimed Stage or whatever. Sometimes competitions freak me out because I'm like, I don't know. I'm just I'm so hard on myself that I know that if I like didn't do well, I'd like beat myself up for it. So, but luckily for my head, I did win. But I'm not one to like try to brag about stuff like that. But it felt nice because competitions scare me. And I won that competition, but that didn't get me an opening spot. It got me a spot to play at the Centralia Anchor Fest, which I'm doing tomorrow.
Oh.
But then the people who owned it, they're like, well, we know you have original music and we think you're amazing, so do you want to open up for Pam Tillis this year? I was like, yeah.
You just try to, yeah.
Yeah,
I think I could do
yeah.
that. Play it cool, You just got back from vacation.
Yeah, I did.
So you are living the life. You don't have a 9 to 5. Living the I can't say rock and roll lifestyle.
No.
Living the country lifestyle.
No.
I'm not sure what that consists of because I'm not that country guy, but and you get to go on a big vacation. So tell me about the vacation. Like, was that awesome?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just we try to do a family vacation every year, and my parents, they want to have all their kids and pay for everything. So I'm like, well, obviously they're paying for everything, so it's awesome that I can make my own schedule, so I don't have to like take off work for a week to go on vacation. I just don't schedule a show that week, and which that's always a big thing. I always want to take trips everywhere and play these shows out of state, and I asking people to come with me, and they're like, well, I only have this much PTO or whatever. I'm like, oh, I forget.
Oh.
We don't have that. But yeah, it was super nice. We went to Utah, and I'd never been there, and I kind of want to visit all the states, and at least all the states, and then other countries and stuff. But so we were around Moab area, did some ATV riding. I did a lot of hiking because I love hiking, and yeah, it was great.
Disconnect from everything for a bit.
Yeah.
Huh? You weren't like, sorry everybody, I need to go down to Main Street and do some networking. I'll be right back.
No, I used to just be very much like, I can't take, like, I need to always have the business brain going, but now I'm like, okay, well, that's not what I'm here for. Like, obviously, I'm here to do that sometimes, but I also need to give myself a break. So I think I've found a good balance there.
Did you get inspiration at all from anything out there? Like, were you somewhere where you're like, oh my gosh, this makes me want to write something?
I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know, writing is harder for me than just, like, performing. So I don't, like, my inspiration is, it comes to me not usually in the moment. It's usually, like, way afterwards if I'm just, like, thinking about something. And I can't hardly just force myself to sit down and write a song. I just have to, like, think of an idea randomly during the day, or probably when I'm trying to sleep. I'll write it down in my notes, and then I'll try to, when it comes to me, try to go write something then. Because if I'm like, okay, I need to write 2 songs today, but I have no ideas, I'm not going to be able to write anything good.
Putting yourself on the spot.
Yeah.
That just stresses me out, just thinking about
it.
it.
It's like all the writers in Nashville, I mean, they write so many songs a week, and I'm like, I can't just do that. Like, if I don't have the inspiration or an idea, like, I can't just force it. It's not going to turn out good. Like, most of my favorite songs I've ever written I wrote in, like, less than 20 minutes because I had the idea and I, went to work on it when it was in my head turning wheels or whatever. But if I tried to force something, it's always terrible. So.
Do you write all your own songs?
Yeah, pretty much every song I have out is completely a solo write. I have one song where, like, somebody wrote, like, a line on it. And then I have one song out that my friend actually wrote. I did not write it, but I will be putting out some more music, hopefully before the end of the year. I've got a couple co-writes, so it's been fun to just try to do that. I'm not very good at co-writes, but I'm working on it.
That's cool. Speaking of music coming out, Missouri's Country Sweetheart just came out recently, right?
Yeah.
Digital download, $9.99. Streaming, it's on your website, chloehoecker.music.com. Apple Juice on YouTube. I watched it. It was fun. It was cool. How did that come about? Like, when you have music that you put out there, obviously there's the mediums to have it available for purchase and whatnot, streaming and all that. By the way, $9.99 I think is very fair.
And that's kind of like the price they just put, like, they put it in there automatically. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good.
Nice. There's no meetings and tough decisions here. Just like, yeah, that seems good.
Yeah.
Roll with it. I hope that's doing really well.
Yeah.
So Apple Juice is that the big single? I guess I don't know.
I don't
use that word
really
loosely.
think it is, because it was like the last single I put out for that EP, because I did 4 singles and then it was a 6-song EP, because it's just better for playlisting to do the singles or whatever. But usually you do, like, your best first, which was Missouri River Run. I thought, people really liked that one, so I did that one first. And Apple Juice was the last single I put out before the whole project. And I wouldn't say it was, like, the biggest one by any means. It's just the one that I, like, when I wrote it, I was like, I know exactly what I want this video to look like,
Oh, nice.
So it was just super fun to do that. And the budget I had to work with, I was like, this turned out so professional looking.
It did. It looked great.
Yeah.
How do you go about doing something like that without management? You don't have management, correct?
No. Well, one of my friends, he did the video for the music video, and he just, like, always wants to help me out wherever he can, because he has got so much, like, equipment. He just is like, I want to test this out, so let's take some pictures, let's do whatever. I was like, so if I have an idea, he's like, yeah, let's do it. And he never, like, gives me a price or anything, so I just send him money.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's awesome, because he just loves doing it, loves messing with stuff, and I kind of give him a lot of freedom just to, like, put it together however you want. And he always does. He understands what I'm looking for. Like, he always does great. And then he had a couple friends that like acted in the video. They do, like, theater and stuff, so they have acting experience. because I don't know any actors, you know. And then I got like my nieces to be in the video, and I didn't give them money. They just wanted snacks, so I got some snacks, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were fine to play on the playground and eat some snacks, so that was cheap.
Just more networking, huh?
Yeah.
You could end up with a professional quality video with minimal, you know, a minimal budget and with just by knowing people. That's really cool.
Yeah. I'm not very good at like in person, just like going and talking to people, you know. It's usually, hopefully people talk to me first. It's like, hopefully I make a good impression like singing on stage so people come up and talk to me, because I'm not like a very outgoing person really. But like online networking is great too, because I can more easily type up a message than I can just walk up to somebody and
Same.
yeah.
Same. You always reach out and put yourself out there and try to get connections with people. And
sometimes people don't respond, and that's okay.
there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Have you encountered that as time has gone on? Like, is it harder to get responses from people?
I wouldn't say it's harder, because it's so dumb that people look like at. They care more if you have more of a following online. So they're like, oh, you know, if you have a really small following, they're like, oh, well, they're nobody, so I don't need to answer them. Everybody, you know, and then if you have more, then they're like, oh, maybe they're like, I don't know. So then they are more likely to answer you, especially like venues. If I'm reaching out to venues, the first thing they're going to go do is look and see how many followers you have, not how good you are. They're going to look at how many followers you have. But, so that's why the social media thing is like, it is kind of important these days in music. It's like, if you can get your music out there in front of more people and show these venues that there are people who like your music, then yeah. But it is, sometimes it's just, they don't care if you don't have at least 10,000 followers, you know.
Well, that was like the third or fourth thing that I noticed. Over 6,000 on Facebook for all you people keeping track out there.
Half of that just happened because I posted a sewing video, and of course it's a sewing video of mine that's gonna go viral and not anything that has to do with my music, you know. But I'm like, if these people follow me for that, they're gonna see the rest of my content, they're gonna see my music and everything, and so if they stick around, that's great. And so I mean, that video still every day I'm getting followers from it, so I'm like, keep them coming, because mostly I post my music stuff, so if they follow me, they're bound to see that. You know,
you're really onto something there. I think people need to get to know an artist personally in a way, and then get to their music. I kind of need to like let that soak in for a minute, because so many people they're just like, this is our music, this is what we do, and like that is all they put on social media. And I mean, personally, that kind of turns me off. Because like I have to make a decision of like, how many people do I follow? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I go through, who am I following, and I just like don't really, like, I don't need to be following this many people if I don't even see their content anymore, or like care about it or whatever. But
it's just another thing to worry about.
You
know, you want to be supportive and stuff, but it's like you follow somebody and then all it is this is when we play. This is, check this out. I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say shallow, but it's just, it's not very fulfilling, I guess.
Yeah, it just gets kind of boring when all you see is just like, here's all my shows, and like, then I mean, I post my shows and I remind people, because you got to remind people, and I post a lot of my, you know, a lot of the same song if it's doing well, you know. I have like a couple songs that every time I post them, they do better than if I post some of my other songs, so I'll post those more. But I also work in a lot of other stuff about my life, because I think that's more interesting than just, here's my shows and here's a song I've had out for a year or whatever.
Right. And then they get to know you in a way, because your music comes from your experiences. And I don't know, I think that's really cool. I like that a lot. We were talking about competitions earlier. I don't know if I'd call this a competition, but Missouri's Best Female Vocalist 2026. MissouriMagazines.com. Missouri's Best. I'm a little familiar with that. Like, I'll see this is a different thing, but like businesses around town, oh, you know, number one pharmacy in
Yeah.
Eldon or whatever.
They've got a category for everything.
So tell me a little bit about that. Like, did you do anything to be in the running for that?
Well, somebody had just like sent me the like you just like put your name in there or something, or no, you just have to basically there's a form that people fill out when they're voting for people, and so somebody said you should like post on your page like, hey, if you guys want to go vote for me, like if you think I deserve that, you know, go vote for me. So I just like put the link on my page and I was like, yeah, if you want, go vote for me. But and I guess yeah, then I won. So I was like, I don't really know anything about this, but I'll do it, and then I won. So
Congrats.
yeah, thank you.
That's a big deal, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't really know like what the reach is for that, but it was a cool like they had a big what do you call it, like a big fancy dinner, like people wearing like ball gown dresses to this thing, and I was like, I don't think I got the memo on the dress code, but and I did get to perform at it too, so that was cool. And then but yeah, everybody gets a little certificate and a very nice dinner, and so I was like, I don't know who all knows about this, but it's a cool thing. So
have you considered doing some type of big competition show?
oh yeah, I've tried out for The Voice and
Really?
American Idol and stuff, but people don't realize, like, because people on Facebook every day, it's like older people, they're like, you should try out for this, like, it's like, you don't think I already tried?
Wow.
But so there's like so many steps you have to go through online before you get to the on stage or on television tryouts or whatever. I guess for The Voice, it's on stage. On American Idol, it's like in that room with the 3 judges or whatever. And there's just so many steps. So I've like gotten past steps, and I've gotten to like the producers of American Idol, and I've gotten to where I had to sign a bunch of contracts for The Voice, but never made it on the actual show. So I'm like, I might try again, might not. I don't know. We'll just see.
I think if you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna make your way there.
I'll try. I'll try whatever.
That's pretty wild. I had no idea. I did a little bit of homework, but I didn't know. You know.
Yeah, people they just don't know how the background stuff works, and it's like a lot of people have tried out for those shows. It's just it takes a lot to actually get onto the show. So
I think you're doing really well, all things considered. You don't need a launch pad like that. You're doing really great on your own. Tell me about your dog.
My dog.
Your dog has been told your dog has been claimed as your son.
Yes,
essentially.
Of course. Until you have actual children, I think you always, people are always gonna think that their dog is their child until they have an actual child. But
for sure.
And of course he's like a tiny little lap dog, inside dog, so the bond is stronger. But he'll be 3 in August, and he's a dachshund, a miniature dachshund, but it's not really that small for a miniature. And he has like terrible attitude problems, so I sent him to training because he hates people.
Oh no!
He hates anybody that's not me, my mom, my brother, and my boyfriend. So we sent him to training. So now I have to work with him at home with people that he's known and get him acclimated to that home. So hopefully he's a little friendlier.
Wow.
now, but yeah.
He's a little fireball.
Yeah.
Little guy. Well, what's his name?
Dash. Sorry.
Dash. That's a good dachshund name.
Yeah.
I was gonna guess, but I was thinking more of like Brutus or something.
No, that's not really. No, that's not my style. But yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I love him, and I take him as many places as I can. But he's not one of those dogs where I can like have him sit on the stage behind me. Like he would bark the whole time because he hates people. Like or something.
I bet you miss him when you go travel and stuff.
Oh yeah, but luckily I took him on vacation with me, so that was nice. We could have him. He did lots of hikes. He loves walks, and he's so little, so it's just funny. We went on like a 5-mile hike, and he never wore out. I mean, he loved it, and we literally walked up like there was a lot of elevation for one of these other hikes, and he's just hopping up these big rocks, and then we got to this part where it was like cables and ladders, and obviously he can't do that, so I had to pick him up and like do the cable with one arm, but it was fun. Yeah.
It's like there's like a river down below you. Like, oh, damn.
Oh, it's just a big old drop off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, extra challenge for
Yeah.
you. Oh, that's cool. We have a Old English and French bulldog mix.
yeah.
She's spoiled rotten. She always has to lay in bed, in our bed, first of our dogs that we've ever let be on the furniture. But she's always leaning up against you and stuff. It's like sometimes I'll get home from work and I'll crash out, and then like 2 hours later I feel like someone just threw like a sandbag
Yeah.
in our bed, and I'm like, ugh, what the heck? And then she's just like right there behind your legs, and those fur babies.
He's a good cuddler too. But last night or this morning I woke up to the sound of him throwing up, and he doesn't normally throw up, but I think he ate part of his toy and then threw that up. So gotta wash the bed sheets today. But
oh no.
But usually that doesn't happen.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
That's not a good way to start your day.
No, yeah.
Let's talk about your gear.
Okay.
I haven't hit on gear for a while with people. You brought your guitar today?
I did, yeah.
That's very exciting. I hope we can make that work
Yeah.
in the environment we're in here. What kind of guitar do you have?
It's a Taylor, like 224, something like that. But I bought that one when I was 15. I saved up a lot for that one. But I love it, and I've bought other ones since getting that one, but I always play that one. I just love it.
A Taylor at 15?
Yeah, it was expensive.
You know your stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I want something it's gonna sound good and it's gonna last me a while, and it's like a beautiful, like a koa dark brown wood. So, yeah.
Are you a big gearhead?
No.
You're just like
I'm not. No, I play guitar so that I have something to sing to. It's like if I didn't, I don't know. Guitar is not like my love. Like instruments, I'm not that gifted at. Like it took
Really?
me a long time to be able to play guitar well. Not like I can't do lead. I'm just a rhythm guitarist, but I would say I play good rhythm now. But yeah, instruments are not my first love for sure.
Did you teach yourself?
I had my dad's friend was in a band he was in a band for a while, but he taught me like the basic chords for like less than a year maybe, and then he was like, well, that's about all I can do. So and then from there on I just kind of learned stuff myself, and a lot of it I just do by ear, because I have tried to learn music theory, and it goes over my head. Like I went to college for 1 year, and I was like, I'm going to take this music theory class because I need to actually learn this stuff. And that was my worst grade out of all of my grades. That was my hardest class, except for like chemistry lab or something. But yeah, that was terrible. But I got the worst grades in the music theory class because that stuff does not come easy to me.
At least you tried.
Yeah, I mean, I tried, and I'm sure I'll try again to learn it a little better, because it's just easier to communicate with band members and stuff when you can say like, this is in the key of A, and some, I'm still confused about that stuff sometimes. I'm learning. I'm just now trying to actually do some harmonies and stuff. I feel like I'm actually getting somewhere, but it all confuses me a lot. I've always just done things by ear,
That's something that's discouraged me from going to open jams and stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of opportunity around here for that. And I'm just like, I'm afraid that there's going to be those music theory people that'll be like, hey, what key are we in?
Yeah.
Like, oh, play in
They,
this. Like,
they, of course, they say that, and it's like, obviously, why would they not? But then I feel bad because I'm like, I don't know what we're talking about.
yeah.
Like, I'm kind of catching on, but not really. Like, I don't really know. It's just most of the time I'm guessing. And, like, my band that I play with, sometimes they all know all that stuff, so they're yelling at each other, like, this, and I'm like, so what are we doing?
Oh, no.
But
I was going to ask you about that. So sometimes you have a band and sometimes you don't?
yeah, I play mostly solo, but now that I'm getting more, like, opening gigs for people and, like, just putting out my own music, people want to hire me with a band. And so I started playing with this band, the Chan Band, like, as their band, and I would sing the lead for half the time, and then Chan is the lead guy. He would sing lead the other half, and we still do that. But I have a lot of shows this year that like they hired me with a band, so they're being my band for those shows, and we'll play my songs or whatever. So, yeah.
Is that challenging to navigate the solo and the band part of it?
Not really. It's just playing with the band is newer to me because I've always done solo. I mean, a lot of people, for the type of places I like to play the most, a lot of them want solo acts, which is great. It's better money because you don't have to pay you don't have to pay bandmates, but it's a lot more fun to play with a band. And obviously then you have to set up times to practice, and you gotta make sure everybody is available this day, and it's a great opportunity, but they can't be there or something. Then it's just like, well, guess I can't do it because they want full band, or so it's just hard to coordinate.
Do you lean in one direction over another?
Like what I like or what I do the most?
What do you like?
I don't know.
Like, would you consider just going all in on one or the other?
I mean, for most of my life that I've played music, it's been solo, all in solo, and I mean, I don't think I need to go all in either until I'm like selling tickets to headlining shows or something, because then obviously I need a full band, but and then it would just be pretty much all full band from there. But I'm not to the point where I can sell that many tickets yet, so I still gotta do a little bit of each.
Sponsorships. Do you have any kind of sponsors with anything?
No.
Really?
I mean, I've had like people do sponsorships with usually alcohol brands, but like I don't really think that fits I mean, I've got a song basically against drinking, which like I don't care if people drink, and I do sometimes, but I've just seen how negatively it affects a lot of people. So I am not like somebody who's gonna be like, yeah, go drink, go buy a beer, go drink a bunch of you go to concerts and they're like, raise your glass and make sure you go buy 10 beers.
Oh,
like,
right.
I'm never gonna say that, and so I think it'd be really weird if I had like a sponsorship from an alcohol brand, and that's most of the sponsorships in music. But I have seen a lot of like clothing brands, which would be what I would want to do, but the problem is most of my clothes are from the thrift store, so maybe if I can get a thrift store to back me up or something, I don't know.
A thrift store sponsorship.
That'd be crazy. But yeah, I've had like some people ask about that, but it was like, one was like alcohol, and I was like, oh, I don't know if that really fits what I want.
Well, kudos to you for not selling out, I guess.
I mean,
if I were to be blunt.
Yeah.
Well, I do recall the days of people buying you shots on stage, and
oh yeah,
like there was a while where actually it was the majority of when I was in an acoustic duo where I'm like, I can't drink, like, because first of all, I don't want to be sloppy, because I'm kind of average at best anyway, and then second of all, you're driving to the gigs and all that, so then like whenever somebody would bring up a couple shots, I'm like, oh, dang it, I'm like, thanks man, like,
yeah, luckily people like usually ask first before they actually go and buy it.
That's good.
But people ask me all the time, like, can I buy you a drink or a shot? And I'm like, no, I'm okay, but thank you for offering, but every once in a while, if I'm playing at a winery, I'll have a glass of wine, and I'm like, one is enough, because then my chest starts turning red. I don't know, that just happens when I drink. But then I'm like, yeah, that's enough, because you gotta drive, and you gotta sing good, and and
there's so many sloppy drunk musicians out there,
and that's kind of their brand, though.
Isn't it?
Use it as their brand. There's a lot of newer country acts. I'm not gonna like name names, but people, that's their brand, and people like relate to it, I guess. But that's not me, Yeah,
I don't like that people can absorb things like that and embrace it like as part of their identity.
Yeah.
That kind of bums me out. You talked about a thrift store earlier. Let's talk about your fashion. You've incorporated the style and stuff into social media and whatnot, but like, tell me about kind of where this comes from. I know you're from a small town.
Yeah.
How does your image and your style impact what you're doing?
I don't really know where it comes from because like I think I've always just kind of liked clothes and stuff. Obviously, I mean most girls do, but I've always liked the different things, and I feel like after I graduated high school, I was like, I feel like I can mess with my style a little bit more, and I don't even know when I started doing like going to thrift stores and stuff, but all of these old things just really was like, this is so cool. They just don't make stuff like that anymore, and then I would like look at all of these artists that I love or that people like they really stand out in your mind. You know exactly what they look like. You're like, that's something that they would wear. And I was like, well, what makes them stand out is the way they look, like something about them, the way they dress or the color of their hair. You hear their name said, and you know exactly what they look like. And you know, there's some people that they don't have any way, like they don't dress to stand out or whatever, and it's harder to like picture them in your mind. But so I kind of picked that up. There's a lot of like pop artists really do that well. They make an image for themselves in that way. I was like, well, you know, the way to make yourself stand out more is just dress differently, you know. Set yourself apart somehow, make yourself recognizable. And luckily I already have some great hair. I'd say I got the curly blonde hair everybody loves, and it is natural. And then I love clothes, and I love that I'm able to spend less money getting things from the thrift store.
Right.
And then it's different because it's not you can't just go buy it in any store. It's things people don't see as often or whatever.
It's a lot better than everyone just wearing band t-shirts.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I wear band t-shirts, but
I was going to, but I'm like, no,
yeah.
I should probably wear
I don't
my
wear
own
them
shirt.
for shows. I hardly ever wear t-shirts, but they just are uncomfortable to me.
It's noticeable. It's a part of the presentation, though. You know, you do have a very kind of unique, old-fashioned style that I'd say fits your music really well. So that's really cool. You kind of are on point with that. Like you made it a part of your branding, I guess I could say. That's kind of a dirty word, but
well, it's part of the business.
Yeah. Like you do stand out, and I never thought about that. About you hear this person's name, and then it just flashes in your mind, like, oh, I know her. That's the country girl that wears the cool clothes and stuff.
There's a lot of like newer country artists that are also doing that very well. There's a girl named Carter Faith, and she's got very similar like vintage style to me, but she wears a lot of red and lace and that sort of thing. It's like I'm gonna see that and I'm gonna be like, oh, that's something she would wear. And then there's this guy named Braxton Keith. I mean, he's a cowboy. He dresses like a cowboy. He's got a cowboy hat, whatever. But just here recently, he started wearing these like overall suspenders, like high-waisted, and it's like, if I've never seen anybody else wear that, and he wears them to all of his shows now, and it's like, that's so recognizable, because men's fashion is so hard to like get, I don't know, to stand out. There's only so many things for men to wear. I feel like women can be a little bit more different, but yeah, so people are doing well, just making themselves stand out in that way.
Tell me where you stand on AI. There's a lot of talk online about AI with flyers and presentation and music creation. What do you think about all that?
Well, I don't really like it. I mean, it's definitely not good for the environment, that's for sure. But it's also just like, it's so weird that a computer can make music, and every time I hear it, it's like, there's just no soul in this, though. Like, you can tell it was written by a computer or whatever, and I hate it when people use AI to write songs, or I've had people send me, like, here's, like, a demo of this song. Like, I wrote the lyrics, but I can't sing, so I got an AI singer, or whatever the heck, and I'm like, I don't know, that just throws me off. Like, my producer I'm working with right now, we're doing a song that I wanted some like horns on, like trumpets and stuff, and so he like he had already recorded all the other instruments himself, him playing it, and then just to like get an idea of what I wanted to sound like, he put AI over. But he's like, obviously, we're not gonna use this in the. I was like, yeah, I do not want that in the final song. He's like, but if you like this style, then I'm gonna bring in this guy who actually plays the instruments, and we're gonna pay him to do it. And I was like, yeah, I would. I mean, I'd rather spend money on a real person than have AI on my song. You know? And the flyer thing is like, I just hate the way they look.
Yeah.
And they all look the same. And people, they put my picture onto an AI flyer. That doesn't even look like me now. Like, my face is distorted, you know?
They can't, like, oh,
I'm like,
come
just take the picture and go to Canva. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll make the flyer if you don't want to do it yourself.
Just, like, remove the background and take a picture, a real picture of you and put it, you know. But, I did see somebody online, they took a similar stance on AI, and they were like, don't use it, I'll make the stuff for you, like you said. Like, I'll make a flyer for you or whatever. I think that's a really cool thing, because, you know, the artists have enough on their plate already, so then for them to offer to do that. You know, kudos to your producer, because I feel like AI is going to be, it's going to be, like, around. It's going to be a thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be like you know, like...
It's just that new technology.
That one person that hangs out in the group and you're like, oh, that person, you know, you're not a big fan, but they're here.
Yeah, but it's just kind of there.
You just coexist with AI.
Yeah. I think it could be a tool, but as far as like in finished products, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I want to see it, you know. It's good to get ideas and just see what's going to work and what won't work, but I don't want it in a finished product.
Let's talk about pricing for a little bit. I feel like that's kind of a sensitive subject with some people. You don't have to be specific, but how do you determine your rate when you're going to play somewhere? Do they come to you with an offer, or you say, hey, this is what I need? Does travel have something to do with it, whether you have a band or not?
Oh, yeah. I mean, usually, like, people ask me, like, how much do you charge for this? And so I've got, like, an hourly rate, and then I have, like, a minimum, and then with an hourly rate or whatever. And then, so it just depends how long they want me to play. That's, like, for solo. And then, like, for full band, obviously, I'm going to charge way more because I have to pay everyone else. And that kind of is just, like, it depends what it is type of situation. Like, if we're playing at a dinky little bar not too far from home, like, I'm not going to charge as much as if you hired me for a fair, like, or something, like a headlining band spot for a fair. And then, yeah, I mean, travel does have something to do with it, because if it is farther away and, like, I know that they're willing to pay it, I'm going to be like, gas prices are high, so, like, I would like this, but if it can't work, whatever. Mm-hmm. But then there's, like, the touring musician. You go play these shows. Like, I was in Texas. I didn't make money playing in Texas. You know, I mean, I was paid, but, like, to cover my staying places and driving there, I didn't make money, but it was a good experience either way. And it's just, you kind of have to do a little bit of both. Sometimes I'm like, heck yeah, they paid me way more than what I thought I would. And sometimes it's like, well, this is part of the experience. You're just not going to get as much money as you like, but it's part of it sometimes.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
I've found that there's some people that they undercut, and then that kind of causes problems, like, especially because we're in the lake area, and there's, like, musicians under every rock everywhere. And, the one guy who just has a guitar may charge, like, $50 for 3 hours or something.
Yeah.
And then the venue's kind of like, hey, you know, this is pretty cheap entertainment. And then that kind of sets the bar for everybody else.
Yeah, I think that, and it's kind of supply and demand. You know? Because, like, Nashville, if you play in Nashville, you're not making money. You're only making tips. Like,
really?
There's hardly any base pay anywhere in Nashville now, because everybody is a musician. So they know they can just find somebody anywhere, and they'll take the job, because otherwise they're just going to give it to somebody else who'll do it for free. And, yeah, you can't hardly make money, except unless you make really good tips, but, you know.
Are we headed in that direction here?
In Missouri?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, I make good money here in Missouri, and I play at the lake a lot in the summer, and, I mean, I think there are certain places that definitely value like the quality of the music over how little can we pay somebody, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just depends on the place. And there's some places that's like, I don't really know if I want to play here anymore. Because, I mean, they'll give me whatever I ask, but then they'll book you less and less because they're booking somebody for that's like not very good for like nothing, you know, just because
It's okay to say that. That's all right. I don't want to be unfriendly here to people, but I feel like they're kind of a dime a dozen around here. You know, when the pandemic happened, everyone was at home, so everyone learned how to play an instrument.
Yeah.
And here we are.
I mean, I think that's awesome that
Yeah,
people are
I do too.
picking up something like that, but it definitely takes a lot of time and practice. Because I mean, when I started doing solo gigs, I'm very grateful people hired me to play. I was so young, and I know I sounded not very good at the time. So, but it took me that many years of practice, and now I like feel like I can say like I put in the work, and I feel like I put on a good show. You know.
Tell me about your favorite place to play and your favorite gig. I'm sure you've played hundreds.
Yeah, favorite gig, man. Played a lot of gigs.
Yeah.
Let's see. Favorite place to play. I'll give you one for like my cover shows. Because there are some places where it's a 3-hour show, so it's not a ticketed thing. It's a cover thing, and it's free, and it's just at a restaurant. But in Boonville, there's a place called Hotel Frederick, and they have this venue in the basement. And it's not a venue, it's a restaurant, but it looks like a speakeasy type of deal. And
Really?
I played there once a month. They love having me there, and I love playing there. And everybody there, I mean, they love to hear original music too, so I play a lot of my original songs, and it's always a great crowd. Like, they all listen so well, and I love playing there for a cover like that. If I'm going to play a cover gig, that's the best way to do it. It's a place that actually wants to also hear original stuff mixed in there.
Okay.
And then I played there's this place in St. Genevieve, Missouri, which is like south of St. Louis, called Audubon's. It's another hotel, but they have an actual music venue in the basement. And so same deal. It's these hotels, they have great venues. But this is an actual music venue, like people pay a price to get in. And I've opened for like 3 different people there. And it is like a listening room thing. So like a song, always acoustic, and it's a songwriter's dream, basically. For a listening room, everybody's completely silent while you play your songs. But I've been there like 3-4 times now, but yeah, I love that place.
It's listening room?
Yeah.
I need one of those for my kids. All right, Chloe, I think we're going to do a song, right?
Yeah.
What do you plan on playing today?
You know, I didn't even think about that, so I'm going to ask you, do you want me to do an unreleased song?
Oh.
That I'm recording right now?
If you're comfortable with it.
I mean, yeah, I've been playing it.
Chloehoecker, St. Elizabeth, Missouri, correct?
Yeah.
Small town.
Oh, yeah.
6,200 followers on Facebook. That is probably going to be much higher by the time I get this out. chloehoecker@gmail.com. You're not booking for the rest of the year, is that correct?
I am. Most of my Fridays and Saturdays are booked, but
Yeah.
I'm always down for weekday shows, because I try to, those are harder to fill, so.
There you go.
If anybody wants me on a weekday, I'll be there.
chloehoeckermusic.com. Well, Chloe, I really appreciate you coming by today and just cooking out here in the front porch. Everybody check out Chloe online. She is Missouri's Best Female Vocalist 2026. And thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, let's play a song.